Well, the Tao Daily Tarot is just around the corner. Let me give you a little heads up. We've just come out of the Mercury retrograde, okay? That's the thinking part. We're headed to a Pisces new moon. That's the feeling part. Here's the magician. I'll put all three of those and more together for you coming up in just a moment. Well, hello and welcome to this latest edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Glad to have you along, whether you're a first-timer or you have been coming and going pretty much throughout the run here over the past couple of months as I've begun this new tarot channel. If you're a beginner, let me quickly outline what kinds of things are going on here that make the Tao Daily Tarot different from other tarot readers. And there's fabulous tarot readers out there, as you well know. Number one, I do archetypal readings. I will take a look at the images on the cards, try not to add anything, although intuition will take over as we move through the card reading for sure. I do 8 cards. I use 4 decks. And the reason I do 8 cards is to keep the reading tight. The Tao is a very simple path. So more cards for me is not better. 8 cards certainly cover it for sure. I also talk about energies, the energy of coming, going, pushing, pulling. The things that are at you every single day. Things are coming and going at you all the time. Things are pushing and pulling at you, especially if you have kids, all the time. And so these energies, think of it as an energetic weather report. For example, let's say you live in a place where the weather is variable and you want to know if it's going to be raining or snowing. You got what's going on out there so that I know how to dress appropriately. Well, think of this Tao Daily Tarot as the same kind of a thing, except energetically. Alrighty? I'm going to tell you about the energies surrounding you over the next 24, maybe 72 hours, so that you then can navigate your life more effectively and you apply the energies to your life, as opposed to me in a reading applying them to you or for you. This empowers you. One of the other things that I do is a hyper shuffle. Okay, you're going to see that almost in just a moment or so. And I try to get this reading in about a 10-minute window, give or take a couple of minutes either side. But in essence, think of the Tao Daily Tarot as an energetic weather report. It gives you an idea of the energies surrounding you right now. People like that a lot. Apparently, the subscribers are very happy with that approach. And it gives you a chance then, it empowers you to make choices for you, not me choosing for you. People seem to like that a bunch. So we got it all lined up pretty well. That being the case, I mentioned the hyper shuffle. How about if we get to it? And there you go. There is the hyper shuffle. So let's get to today's reading, shall we? We begin with a card that I particularly like. Yeah, it's a number 9 card, and it's an empowerment card. It's Come to the Edge. Alrighty? This is the overall feeling of the reading. Come to the edge. Because that's when you're going to get the big picture, the full view. And that's really, at this point, I think, what a lot of people are looking for. But they need to come to the edge. They need to kind of push boundaries a little bit. The last few weeks in the Aquarius Mercury retrograde, a lot of thinking, a lot of recalculating, recalibrating, that kind of thing. And it's to a point right now where either you have made a decision or you're very close to making a decision. And you need to come to the edge. You need to go just a little bit farther before you're ready to make that move. So let's take a look. What is next? Alrighty, the Emperor. Decision time. There you go. Like I said, over the past few weeks, you have been ruminating, figuring out, thinking, what do I do to make my life work better for me? How do I make things go better for me? How do I make my life mean something to me? And the Emperor tells me you are about to make a decision, as an emperor would do. You are about to say yay or nay to some sort of idea, some sort of thought, some sort of plan. And we go from here to the 5 of Cups. Because this is, over the past year especially for many people, this is how you felt. The 5 of Cups, here this guy is on the edge of a river. All he has to do is cross the river. You see the castle there, off in the distance. Yes, he's looking at 3 spilled cups, but there are 2 cups perfectly full, perfectly fine behind him. But that's not what he's noticing. He is only noticing the 3 spilled cups, not the castle, not the safety, not the security on the other side of the river, not the 2 cups that will help get him there. Just looking at what he is missing or lost. And I think for many of us, that is the case. That has been the case over the past year. We're looking at this point, what have I lost? And that's where the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius was so helpful but so difficult, because we were in our heads a lot. And at this point, Ten of Wands says, man, I'm ready to give it up. Enough thinking, enough ruminating, enough worrying, just enough. I can't do it anymore. I have to move off square. I have to move off center. Alrighty? Because just the exhaustion, the mental, emotional exhaustion is just catching up. But the good news is that you also have the capacity of the magician. The magician is an alchemist, makes gold out of lead. And that's really kind of what you're looking to do in your life. You say that, okay, the past year, my life has been kind of stolen from me. All kinds of pressures from all over, fear, worry. My life has shrunk in many cases. I don't have the relationships. How do I fix it? Well, over the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, all that thinking has given you the tools, has given you the potential to be this magician. But you have to make a decision, and then you can act. You're not quite at that decision point yet, but you are very, very, very close. And one of the magnifier cards is the Four of Swords. This is the healing card. This is the resting card. Now, we are at this point past the Mercury retrograde by a day. We are also in the shadow period for the next couple of weeks. So from now through, let's say, to be safe, the new moon, the new Pisces moon coming up in the middle of March, I would do what this card suggests. Rest. Heal. Take in all of the information that you have accumulated, all the thoughts, all the feelings, all of everything that you did during the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius the past few weeks, and let them percolate a little bit. Put them on a slow cooker and just allow yourself to heal, allow yourself that chance to kind of catch your breath, because you're at a point, this could be a love relationship, and there are a lot of tarot readers that would right away jump to that. I say it is a question of loving you, loving your life, of appreciating what you have been through, what you have stood to. It's not simply a question of survival for you anymore. It's thriving, not surviving, thriving. That's what you want. And that's why it takes this loving approach to yourself. It takes this, if you will, kind of an emotional commitment to yourself. Because if you are emotionally full, if your cup is full, you can spread love in the world. And God knows we need plenty of that these days. So I am looking at this as a situation where you are loving and appreciating yourself, taking in all this information, resting over the next week or two as we get to the new moon in Pisces in the middle of March before you make a decision. Because there is still, here is the vice versa card in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. There is still something that's missing. There's an element of peace, and it's a very important piece. And because Aquarius is an air sign, we've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of worrying, a lot of questioning, a lot of mental stuff. And the High Priestess says, yes, that's good, but now let's distill all that information. Let's feel it. Because feeling it will make all the difference in the world. It will give you the answers. And that one card supports the Two of Cups, feeling love for yourself, feeling love for what you're doing, feeling appreciation for you, right? And you add that to the Four of Swords, which are thoughts. The thinking time is kind of over. The Mercury retrograde is kind of past. It is past. And so for the next couple of weeks to the full moon, or to the new moon in Pisces in March, feel the answers. You have the information. But like I said, you have to distill it. And the best way to do it is to feel it. That is because This is time to go to the edge. All right? So there you go. That is your reading for today. Please like, subscribe, and share. And if you're somebody who has come to this site very often, many thanks. Gratitude. And please always hit like when you come to the site. That's important. YouTube needs to see the like, share, subscribe. And if you come often, just hit the like button and that'll work. So that is pretty much our reading for today. Until the next time we have a chance to get together, blessings.